to Mrs. Mary Jones, at Brambleton Hall. Dear Molly, we are all upon the ving, hey for London, girl, fex. We have been long enough here, for we're all turned tipsy-turvy. Mistress has excarded Sir Ulick for kicking of Chowder, and I have sent O'Frizzle away, with a flea in his ear. I've shown him how little I minded his tinsy and his long tail, a feller, who would think for to go, for to offer, to take up with a dirty trollop under my nose. I catched him in the very feet, coming out of the housemaid's garret. But I have gin the dirty slut a cicerary. Oh, Molly! The sarvants at Bath are devils in garnet. They light the candle at both ends, here's nothing but jinketing, and wasting, and thieving and tricking, and trigging, and then they are never content. They won't suffer the squire and mistress to stay any longer, because they have been already above 3 weeks in the house, and they look for a couple of guineas apiece at our going away, and this is a perquisite they expect every month in the season, being as how no family has a right to stay longer than 4 weeks in the same lodgings, and so the cook swears she will pin the dishclout to mistress's tail, and the housemaid vows she'll put cowitch in master's bed, if so be he don't discamp without further ado. I don't blame them for making the most of their market, in the way of veils and perquisites, and I defy the devil to say I am a tale carrier, or ever brought a poor sarvant into trouble, but then they ought to have some conscience in wronging those that be sarvants like themselves, for you must know, Molly, I missed 3/4 of blonde lace, and a remnant of muslin, and my silver thimble, which was the gift of true love. They were all in my work-basket, that I left upon the table in the sarvants' hall, when mistress's bell rung. But if they had been under lock and key, 'twould have been all the same, for there are double keys to all the locks in Bath, and they say as how the very teeth and safe in your head, if you sleep with your mouth open, and so says I to myself, them things could not go without hands, and so I'll watch their waters, and so I did with a witness, for then it was I found Bet consarned with O'Frizzle. And as the cook had thrown her slush at me, because I had taken part with Chowder, when he fit, with the turnspit, I resolved to make a clear kitchen, and throw some of her fat into the fire. I catched the chairwoman going out with her load in the morning, before she thought I was up, and brought her to mistress with her whole cargo. Mary, what deuce think she had got in the name of God? Her buckets were foaming full of our best bear, and her lap was stuffed with a cold tongue, part of a buttock of beef, half a turkey, and a swinging lump of butter, and the matter of 10 mould candles, that had scarce ever been lit. The cook brazened it out, and said it was her right to rummage the pantry, and she was ready for to go before the mayor, that he had been her potticary many years, and would never think of hurting a poor sarvant, for giving away the scraps of the kitchen. I went another way to work with Madam Betty, because she had been saucy, and called me scandalous names, and said O'Frizzle couldn't abide me, and 20 other odorous falsehoods. I got a warrant from the mayor, and her box being searched by the constable, my things came out sure enough, besides a full pound of wax candles, and a nightcap of mistress, that I could swear to on my cripple oath. Oh! Then Madam Mopstick came upon her merry bones, and as the squire wouldn't hear of a persecution, she scaped a skewering, but the longest day she has to live, she'll remember your humble sarvant, W. Jenkins, Bath, May 15th. If the hind should come again, before we be gone, pray send me the shift and apron, with the veet gallomanky shoes, which you'll find in my pillowber, sarvice to Saul.